Convention. We're working on the Faith in Action series, which is a curriculum of 40 books to train pastors in different nations of the world. So far we've completed 15 books. I'm Quentin McGhee, this is my wife Elizabeth and our daughter Faith. We'd like to give you some snapshots of what's happening on 3 different continents with our books.
I do the desktop publishing for the series, the layout and design. I also handle the English and Spanish websites and the uploads and downloads for people who want to print our books in other countries. Also anything else that needs to be done in the office. I'd like to tell you about a Spanish word called cumbre, means summit. We went to 2 summits this last year, one in April in Costa Rica, another in September in Peru. We were able to print $12,000 worth of our 13 titles of Faith in Action series because of Oklahoma Light for the Lost. Thank you. Dr. Judy Grainer, who's one of the top educators in Latin America, presented one of the main sessions on how to get the most out of teaching Faith in Action series. We gave each participant one of our new Corinthians books. They really appreciated it, and we appreciate you.
These cumbres are really big events. There are 20 nations in Latin America that speak Spanish using our books there. And in Costa Rica, how many pastors would you say attend, or teachers?
Well, I think in both of the cumbres we had a little over 400, between 4 and 425, something like that.
At each one. Quite a stir. In Latin America there are 900 Bible schools using our books, and I think about 30,000 students. Faith?
I think, family, thank you for helping support my ministry as a missionary associate with Faith in Action. I help author and edit the books. I recently returned from a trip to Africa, and in Africa, in Tanzania, there's one leader who recently printed 5,000 of these children's ministry books to help equip children's ministry workers there. They also held a conference where all of the Assemblies of God pastors came to work through the marriage and family book so that they can help the people in their church with that.
You might suspect we're very proud of our girl. She was born in Africa and raised there, and it was great to have the opportunity to go back and minister. I'd like to tell you a little bit about what's happening in China. This is the copy of Acts in simplified Chinese. It's really been a blessing there. We've had some great testimonies. One pastor was using this book, and a revival broke out in a whole area, and not only for the Assemblies of God churches, but another denominations, different denominations have been coming to him. They call him Mr. Acts now, and this book was the key to it. Ron Maddox, the regional director for China, tells us that they're training 3 million house pastors with our books. If you tried to count that many pastors, if you could count one a second, 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, it'd take 5.5 months to count those pastors, so it's quite a group. Our latest book is Romans and Galatians. We just finished it in English, and a lot of nations are getting ready to print this now. Some of our books are in 18 languages. We appreciate your help so much, and pray that God bless you. Have a great mission convention.